Greetings, my name is Muhammad Rustam bin Usman from Group Nature di Familia, which is Group 5. We'll be present topic 6 and 7.
First off is topic 6, in which is desertification is when the land that was of another type of biomes turns into a desert biomes because of change, including climatic variation and also human activities. This is also called the process of land degradation. Before we go further, we should know about the causes. One of them is climatic changes. When the day goes warmer and more drought could occur, higher the outcome of desertification. Next is agriculture activity, in which the use of fertilizer and also pesticide excessively and also the farming practices are applied. This could destroy the soil quality, in which once the land that was used for farming could potentially not be good enough for farming as the years go by. Next is deforestation. As we know, human population continue to grow and more buildings are built. This could cause for more deforestation and cut down more trees. The rest of the biomes cannot thrive without plants. And lastly is overgrazing, in which more animals graze at one spot, which potentially cause the difficulty of plant growth at that certain spot.
There are three types of gases released from this desertification. The first one is carbon dioxide, second methane, and the last one is nitrous oxide. First, the effect of desertification is soil become infertile. As desertification occurs, the most productive layer of the soil gets blown or washed away from the surface rather quickly because there is no vegetation that will protect it, and nutrients with organic material are lost for good. As the soil dries out, it hardens and it becomes difficult for any rainfall that does occur to penetrate below the soil surface. First, the effect of desertification is soil become infertile. As desertification occurs, the most productive layer of the soil gets blown or washed away from the surface rather quickly because there is no vegetation that will protect it, and nutrients with organic material are lost for good. As the soil dries out, it hardens and it becomes difficult for any rainfall that does occur to penetrate below the soil surface. Next is soil erosions get worse. In many cases, increased water runoff from desertified areas wreaks havoc on neighboring lands, eroding soils, damaging vegetation, and making soil extremely vulnerable to erosion desert. The last effects of desertification is vegetation is damaged, where desertification reduces stability of land support plant life, lose will bury plants or exposes their roots to the sun so they cannot fulfill their function.
So I'm going to talk about what is the solutions for desertification. I'm going to talk about several solutions. The first is advanced technology. The uses of satellite imaging, where it has the potential to facilitate more effective action on the problem by providing reliable data about weather conditions and crop yields in regions at risk. Also, having a good quality of water management, where water can be stored in earth dams in wet season and used to irrigate crops during dry season. Next is restricting mining practices. Our government should try to keep the nature reserve intact and protect the natural habitats of many animals and plants. Next, reforestation. By planting trees or plants are important in this area of desertification, since this issue produce natural carbon dioxide storage space. It also helps where trees hold the soil together and reducing soil erosion. Next is policy changes in how people farming. Our government play important role by knowing how often people can farm and how much they can farm in certain areas. The last one is education. It is important in order to help people understand the best way to use the land that they are farming on. By educating them on sustainable practices, more land can be saved from being desert.
My name is Shaul bin Dumian. Today I will present about organic matter decomposition. What is the definition organic matter decomposition? The composition of organic matter is a process which includes mostly physical breakdown and biochemical transformation of complex organic molecules into simpler organic and inorganic molecules. The decomposition of organic matter is an important contributor to ecosystem respiration, which together with photosynthesis controls the net carbon emission from ecosystem. Next, what causes decomposition of organic matter? Or decomposer is essentially an organism that break down organic material such as the remains of dead and decaying animal and plants and other organisms in the ecosystem. The fungi and bacteria are the primary decomposers, survive by obtaining nutrients from the dead and decaying substance. Decomposers are apiotrophic, which suggests they get their energy from ingesting organic material. A dead organism provides nutrients for decomposers like bacteria and fungi to use so as to grow and reproduce, propagating their own species. When an organism dies and decomposers perform decomposition, the organisms remains undergo 5 stages of decomposition, which is fresh, blood, active decay, advanced decay, and dry or remain process. Autolysis is when cellular enzyme within the dead organism on body break down cells and tissues, while putrefaction is when microbes grow and reproduce throughout the body after death. The decomposers serve an important role in an ecosystem. They ensure the constant nutrient cycling in the ecosystem by replenishing the nutrients stored in organisms of higher trophic level. Without decomposers, dead organism cannot be weakened and recycled into other living agents.
So in general, decomposition results in first, nutrient mineralization, which is cell organism in breaking down organic material will produce water-soluble compound and nutrients. Second, transfer of organic carbon and nutrient between organic matter types, where soil function is much dependent on the incorporation of plant material and the maintenance of energy flow into the soil and maintenance of humus content. So the third, release of carbon dioxide via respiration. Respiration converts sugar to carbon dioxide and water with subsequent release of usable energy. And lastly, for the decomposition in soil organic matter, which also what we focus in this topic, is breakdown of organic residue, which is soil organism break down organic matter to obtain energy and nutrient along with the release of carbon dioxide, respiration. In doing so, they progressively convert the organic matter to simpler materials. These simpler materials may be available for further breakdown, or they may become humus.
Okay, the next is decomposition process. Before we start, I will answer a few questions about is organic matter decomposition will release greenhouse gases? And the answer is yes, because when organisms die, they are decomposed by bacteria, and then carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere or water during the decomposition process. So there are 3 main process decomposition. The first is assimilation. Assimilation is a conversion of substrate materials into protoplasmic material, for example, organic matter carbon to microbial carbon, protein to microbial protein. The second is mineralization. Mineralization is a conversion of organic substance to inorganic form. For example, protein from the organic matter will be converted to inorganic nitrogen in the soil. And the third is immobilization. It is a conversion of inorganic form into organic form. For example, inorganic nitrogen from the soil converted into microbial protein. So that's all about the decomposition process. Thank you.